detecting a massive object emerging from hyperspace.
Hey Star Wars fans, I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Before the new year comes around, I'd like to pretty much go over everything that came out in 2018 for Star Wars and for the fans. In shows, we got two new ones. Star Wars Resistance on Disney Channel came out with the first half of its first season, and Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, a web-based series, was released on the Star Wars Kids YouTube channel. Solo: A Star Wars Story was released in the summer of 2018, and just a couple days ago, Star Wars Theory's first episode of his Vader fan film was released for the fans in lieu of the fact that there were no Star Wars movies that came out this December. On the front of games, Star Wars Battlefront had its update, which included the Geonosis map, along with General Grievous and Obi-Wan Kenobi, with future updates planning to include Anakin, Dooku, and rumored to include several other characters. Marvel Comics concluded its Darth Vader series after 25 issues. The comic series, simply titled Star Wars, has reached over 60 issues, and the Age of Republic, Age of Rebellion, and Age of Resistance series have finally kicked off. Now, much of 2018 for the fans came in the way of announcements rather than actual releases. So without further ado, let's dive into some of those announcements that came out this year. Fans are one of the biggest part of Star Wars, and fan projects seem to be booming right now. Star Wars Comics, a popular YouTuber, will be remaking the game Star Wars 1313. And Star Wars Theory has said that he would like to release the second episode of his Vader series, though the timeline on that he himself is unsure of. EA and Respawn will be making another video game for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which will follow the events of a Padawan after the Jedi Purge. It's said to have the same playing style and feel of the Force Unleashed series. Much of the announcements revolved around shows, which will all be featured on Disney+, Disney's new streaming service, which was also announced this year. The first show will be The Mandalorian, directed by Jon Favreau, followed by a Rogue One prequel starring Diego Luna, who will play Cassian Andor once again, and finally, Clone Wars will return from cancellation for its 7th season, and likely its last season. Well guys, what do you think? Was 2018 a good year for Star Wars? Was it a little empty, or did you think that it had just enough? Personally, I think that it was just fine. I know that it was a little empty as far as content compared to previous years, but I think that's due in part to Bob Iger saying that Star Wars needed to slow down, especially after the polarizing reaction of The Last Jedi. It makes sense for 2018 to be a kind of lax year. Though 2019 looks to be a very active year with video games, movies, Episode 9 does come out, and 2 new shows and 1 returning. It's looking to be a good year. But I'm interested about 2018. What did you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Or was it just not that much for you? Thanks guys. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. And as always, I'll see you next time.